Hey everybody, John Grimsmo here. Today, I have to make Thumbstuds. This guy right there on the Tornos. And I gotta do it backwards. I gotta switch the operation from the main to the sub. I gotta do different stuff on the main side. So I got some programming to do. And then, let's make ourselves some Thumbstuds on the Tornos. Huge success yesterday making the 2 Rask blades. Wicked. Super excited to get back into that and make like 5 or 6 or 10 or something. Constantly, ever so slightly refining the little tweaks and the chamfers and the sizes and stuff. So hopefully by the end of the day I can get to that. Here we have our Thumbstud. Fairly simple, 440 threads on the inside. This face has to be flat. I was having a problem years ago where the tool would kind of round this face doing the facing op, where the tool's coming in like that, and just too much material or whatever, and it would just bubble it ever so slightly. And then when you're putting the screw together, when you're screwing the knife on, you tighten the screw and you hold this with your thumb, it would spin. So it was really annoying to tighten down. With it totally flat, then it has enough grip to actually make it super easy to tighten down. Notice on this one I've got double thumb studs. All the cool people that like to use their middle finger to... I'm not an expert at it. Spidey flick it. Yeah, so normally what I do is I just like this. These ops are a little weird. But I have it like this, and then I, let's see, probably the first thing I do is I spot, and then I drill, and then I thread, and then I face, and I pull back, and I turn the chamfers, and then I come in with the grooving tool, and I groove, and then I grab it, and I part it off, go over here, face the sub, done, spit it out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it around, because instead of the internal threading with a single point threading tool, I kept breaking them, and it was driving me nuts. I couldn't find a good recipe to not break tools in less than 100 parts, so I'm going to thread mill them this time. We've been talking about thread milling on the Kern lately, and I want to do it on here. And I've done it with one of the other parts, the spacer that we make on here, and on the Swiss, and it's just great. It's a little bit slower, but it's way more reliable. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to face, turn the groove. I want this groove to always look as nice and shiny as possible, so I need a fresh new tool. The tool that's in there has been cutting stainless pivots for a long time, so I'm going to replace it, put a new one in for titanium. Like same thing, just sharp. I don't go from stainless to titanium, but I will go from titanium to stainless. It works that way. Yes, I'm going to turn, and then I'm going to come in and I'm going to groove those little details, and then I'm going to part it off, and then I'm going to grab it, and I'm going to go over there, and then I'm going to face the backside. Hopefully I can grab on, I guess I'll just be grabbing on this. I can't grab on both, otherwise there's no room left to face. I gotta figure that out. I'll probably be fine, I don't know, I gotta think about this. Because if I just grab on this one little point, the part could get crooked. I'm not sure yet, but anyway, the plan was to grab on that, and then spot, and then drill, and then thread mill, and then hit that face as well. Because I can't thread mill on the other side. I don't have any live tools facing this way. Anyway, all right, so we got a simulation. Turn, groove, part. Done. It's looking pretty good. Let's see, come on. So you got to make sure that these chamfers are nice, and I always check them under the microscope. Make sure they always look good, and they got to be roughly the same size. This first one's a little bit bigger. It just looks better that way. And yeah, coming over to the Swiss, I got to add a couple tools to the sub side, so I got to figure out which spots I'm going to put them in. I need a drill bit, and I need a thread mill. So let's see. So the drill bit can be stationary, so I could put it in that guy. But I think that's clearances are a little tight with the parts catcher right there. I don't really use this spot. Maybe I'll pull that guy out. It's just nice. That's a Micro 100 quick release, boring, whatever you call it. threading tools, boring bars, whatever. I don't use it though. Or I could use either one of these two live tools, and I could put a live drill bit in, and I could put a live thread mill in. I might just do that. So the Tornos names the subtools 510, 520, 530, 540, 550, 560, 570, 580. So I am going to use this one because I never use it. I'm going to pull that out because I never use it. So my static drill bit's going to go in there, 520, and then 560. I'm going to take out this chamfer mill, and I'm going to put the drill bit. No, drill bit goes down here. The thread mill goes up there. I also need a spot drill. I thought I had one. I guess I was thinking of that one. So I need a spot drill as well. I was thinking the 3D printed cable holders or tube holders that I made early in the quarantine videos are working awesome. They've crept upwards a little bit, but they're staying strong, and they're working great. And as you can see, I've got a mess of chips to clean up before I get going. Also got a ton of chips down there, so the lathe's been sitting for quite a long time. Now's a great time to pull the cover off, put a bucket there, and pull all the stainless chips out. Yay for maintenance. Alright, I've been working my butt off for the past few hours, getting the lathe all switched over from titanium to stainless, so a couple tools to change, put in all the new tools, touch them off, set them up, changed the bar from 1/4 inch to 3/8 inch, which involved 1 collet, guide bushing, 2 collet, 3 collet, etc., etc. And I just made half of my first new part. You can kind of see it right in there. Not much to look at. Yeah, so the half finished part is right in there. Next step will be transfer. And then I set up, I set up a 93 thou drill bit right there. There's my focus. 93 thou, I set up my spot, so it's going to spot and then it's going to drill. And then here we have a 80 thou single point thread mill. So the workpiece is going to come here, and the thread mill is going to, actually the C is going to rotate while the thread mill slowly feeds out. And it should be awesome. Alright, so I'm trying to part off this part, and I don't know if you guys can see this, but this insert is like wicked crooked. What the heck? I was having issues, and clearly that might be why. So I gotta take it apart, figure out what's going on. So I'm making some progress here. Got the insert pulled out. There is a little bit of a dent in this pocket in here, where obviously I installed it like wrong once and was able to tighten it down like a He-Man, like a caveman, I mean. Because there's some wiggle room in here and I can put it in easily, normally. But if you do happen to get that wrong edge, it will hold there and the screws will actually start to tighten down. And that's just super bad. So I think I'm gonna go in there with a little air grinder and clean that up. I feel like I did that before already. And then the other thing I'm gonna do is, I do need to order some more inserts and some stuff from this company anyway. So I'm gonna order another body of this tool and my main turning tool, because I can't be without that stuff. I need backups. When I'm really, up against the wire, I can't wait the week or two to be able to get new parts. So I need backups on the shelf. Not too much, but enough to save myself, enough to have what I need. So yeah, if I grind that down, I'll inspect this insert. I gotta flip it over anyway, but it's not cracked or anything, so that's good. That's good, not so bad. That's all I got for you today, guys. I didn't film very much today, but I got a decent amount of stuff done. I sure got sucked into that Swiss lathe though. It's just time consuming. Seems like every new setup is like problem on top of chipping parting inserts. Anyway, I'll get back at it tomorrow, make some more stuff, and then tomorrow I've got my call with Titan. Looking forward to that. So I'm gonna get the set all set up. I got one of Fraser's big lights here, gonna make it look all purdy. I gotta shut everything down, the air compressor down, all the transformers down. I want it to be nice. I want it to sound good and be good, so I don't have to get stuffed into an office and like, it'll be quiet there, but I want the ambiance of the shop because it's awesome. So anyway, see you guys tomorrow. Okay, one more quick thing. So I tried out the Ethernet cord from yesterday, run a quick little speed test. Yeah. I saw 350 earlier and 30 up. Oh, mama. That's fantastic. At our old shop we had, was it 20 or 50 down at best? And like 5 up. That's awesome. Let me, I want to try real quick on Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi back on, unplug this guy. Oops. Okay, connecting real quick. Okay, test again on Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi stuck at 26. That's 10%. Holy cow. Up's not bad at 10, but like when I upload these vlogs, like I have to do right now, and I put them into my Google Drive and they start uploading, it takes a long time. Whereas wired, it's fast. Cool.